Hello. Hello. Mic check. What's up, guys? I bet you guys are confused. You're like, oh, 4 videos in a row talking about the same car making progress? What channel is this? This couldn't be the John Doc channel. Well, it is. And we're here, we're making moves, we're making progress, we're getting stuff done. Are we racing right now? No. Should we be racing right now? I'd like to, but we can't. For a number of reasons. For one, we've had storm work. So when everyone's like, man, why aren't you racing? We've been busy working. If you guys are interested in working, you're in luck because we're adding to the team. John Doc Recovery is always growing. We have a training day going on February 1st here, Nasty Racing HQ. I have an event page. It'll be the first link in the description below. Check that out. February 1st, 9 a.m. Storm Training Day. It's a great opportunity, great side gig. You can make lots of money. Look at Joey. Joey, do you like doing storm work? Do you make lots of money?
That looks like a guy with lots of money to me.
That does look like a guy. CJ!
I know that's a guy with lots of money.
Do you like doing storm work?
Absolutely.
Do you make lots of money?
Yes.
Tyler? Nah, no, we already asked him and he brought low.
He makes decent money, but it all goes back into his shit box.
No, but listen, I asked Tyler about storm work and he like didn't hit me with high energy. He was like, yeah, I make money. Dude made, how many hours on the last 2 storms did you get?
Hey, dude just been walking around like, my arm hurts.
100 hours on the last 2 storms?
Between the last 3.
The last 3? I asked for the last 2. See what I mean?
You
See what
can't
I
do
mean?
that.
See what I mean?
It doesn't take a rocket
last
scientist
2, he
to do
probably
this
worked
work.
over 50.
Yes.
Over 50. What did you do? Sat in the hotel. 50 hours he got paid for, sat in the hotel. Not our strongest direction follower, as you could see by that answer to the question there. But hey, work in progress. We're always growing, we're always expanding, and we want you. So come down here. If you can't make it down here, it's fine. Send me an email, johndocrecovery@gmail.com. I almost forgot about it. I almost forgot what the email was. But johndocrecovery@gmail.com. If you can't physically make it down here for a training day, we can still get you signed up, get you trained remote, and get you in the field making money. Also, the day before our training day, which is Friday, the 31st, Practice Tree Shootout. Be here. Sponsors on the screen. Gotta love it. Thank you to all our sponsors. We got $5,000 in sponsored purse already, plus entry fee. It's $20 entry fee. Get here. Friday the 31st. We want to have 200 people here. I want to run through all of you guys. I mean, I'm going to be like spoiled meat, just running straight through you guys.
Bring plenty of money. Me and CJ are side betting all night.
Yeah, we'll do some side betting too. It's going to be a good time. That'll be the second link in the description below. And the third link in the description below is going to be TISS Fab because they're supplying us with badass titanium for this car.
What?
Yeah, that's right, badass titanium. Titanium exhaust. I bet half you guys watching this can't even spell titanium. Me neither. That's why I'll put the picture up on the screen. It's 20% off in the entire store. If you use code LSNasty20 at checkout, it's an additional 20%. If you guys can't do math, I'll do it for you. That's 40% total off. Tyler, how many off is that? 40%. Look at that. My man can do math. Following directions, 5 out of 10. Math, 10 out of 10. All right, so what do we got going on here? Last video, we got these big ass turbos mounted. Joey, how good do these turbos look? Awesome. 1 to 10.
36.
Off the scale. That's what we're talking about. Why am I holding this? I don't know. I almost killed. Did I almost kill you? I almost killed CJ with that. So we want to do more, right? We're not doing the headers. James at Hippie Fabrication, he's doing the headers.
Good call.
Which is a great call. Great call.
Great. Headers, James is always the answer.
We don't want to put too much China on this beautiful build. This is
one of the baddest cars to ever exist.
And we're not putting no China shit on there. Nothing wrong with China shit, but like I threw those headers out. I just threw them away. Okay, they weren't not the right build. Maybe on like one of our budget builds, not this one. So James is building the headers, so we don't have to mess with the headers. We got TISS Fab coming on board for the exhaust, so we're gonna make the exhaust, but we are gonna make the charge pipe and put ball valves on it. But we can't do that without an intake.
But what do you do?
So we need an intake. So I made a Facebook post. I said, hey, who likes LS3 intakes? Everyone's like, oh, I do. What's a good LS3 intake? I didn't want to run carb style for a couple of reasons. If you go just off cost alone, carb style, $1,000 for your carb style intake with rails. If you want to be a baller and get the CNC Lighten one, you can spend like $1,500 to $1,800. So you have a badass CID carb style elbow, which is nice, but then you got to buy $600–700 elbow. Sorry, you have CID, $1,500 to $1,800 lower manifold. You had a $600–700 elbow, and then you got your $500 throttle body on the
But
front.
it's so badass.
It is badass, and I do like the look. But this has, you know, a cowl hood. Would it fit?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think it would fit. I think it would fit. But I want to do something different, and I really like the way Hank's turbo kit looks. If you are restricted in space front to back, I definitely think going the carb style, because it puts your throttle body here, it gives you a lot more room. You're not worried about, like, you know, how far to the front of the motor do you have, because you can go up above it. But this one, we're no restrictions on space. We have tons of room for activity up here. So if the throttle body was right here with this unit right here, I mean, dude, we're literally cooking with peanut oil. So that's what I said. I said I wanted a front feed, you know, lower profile intake manifold. And I got to give it to my boys at BTR because they said, hey, I got your Trinity on the way. Bow. This is the BTR Trinity intake, so big shout out to the guys at BTR sending this over to us. First time I ran one of these was on Hank. I haven't actually run it at the track yet, but just putting it together seems really nice. What's that? Vet has a equalizer. Equalizer. So we have two Corvettes with equalizer intakes. They made really good power. I like this because it's a little bit more of like top feed opposed to the equalizer kind of points the throttle body up and is, I guess, bottom feed.
Bottom feed, yeah.
Bottom feed. So intake wise, turbo application, I don't know. They say the carb style works really well. Guys like the Plasma Man style. This is like, you know, similar to a Plasma Man or Sean's custom alloy, except it's cast. So you save a lot of money with the cost. This like $800-900. The other one's $3,000-5,000. So I think the cost per performance pretty tough to beat this unit. This is the throttle body that we're running here, Wilson 105. This is literally the exact same setup that we have on Hank, except Hank's got different ports, so the runner's just a little bit different. So you slap that guy on there, and I'd say that's a good solid 2,500 horsepower unit. Easy. I'd say so. I like it. Simple, low profile. Comes with all the fuel rails. This one we got with the Dash 12 fuel rail, which is a little bit beefier. We're gonna make a little more horsepower with this guy. So, and they come with all your different size heights. So whether you're running, you know, billet atomizers, fuel tech injectors, or you're running a Bosch 210, they have the heights to make it all work. So that's very nice right there.
You mean you don't have to shim it?
You don't have to shim it. You don't have to use a cup. You don't have to, here's a trick. This is just like a fun fact. For everybody out there that's running a CID intake or wants to run a CID intake, I like them. They're really good. I'm just not running them on these applications just out of curiosity, I guess. They sell two different fuel rails with a CID intake. They sell, or I guess the manifold, they make the manifold different. But you can run one manifold to fit all injector styles, because what they say is if you're on the billet atomizer, it's got the double O-ring in the bottom, they have to cut the intake different or a different fuel rail height or something. It's nonsense. You take the second O-ring, the bottom O-ring off your billet atomizer, slam them in there, they fit. Ask me how I know. Ask me how I know. There you go. It's a fun fact for you. There's your tip of the day. So what we got to do here is we got to swap some heads. If you look at the port on those heads, not LS3 port. These greasy son of a guns, LS3 port. There, look at that. See the difference? It's not shaped like a cathedral. So we're gonna put these greasy bastards on there, and I don't know if you could bolt that intake right there and the port just not match, or if the face angle for where the intake sits is cut is different. I'm not sure. We're not gonna risk building the charge pipe incorrectly, so we're gonna swap the heads to these just LS3 stock castings, and that'll be a good dealio for mock-up. So I already got a set of head gaskets on there, so our height and everything should be the same. We're gonna build the entire turbo kit to these heads. We're running a set of Mass Black Label LS3 heads. T-Cam Performance did all the machine work on the motor. Scott's in the engine room getting that thing wrapped up. We're about to pop the heads on there and then it's done. So we'll show you that motor right now. Look at this unit. All right, we're gonna set the sucker on there. Those heads are gross, aren't they?
I wiped them down.
What a guy. What a guy. Look at him. He wiped him down with his jacket.
Look, this jacket is not dirty.
2 seconds. Yeah.
Let's just get one thing straight. We might be in here working on race cars, but we're also out there working on equipment and shit too. We are the people's people. Are we not? Are we not the people's people? We're the people's people. We're out there working on shit, getting shit done. We ain't just out here got a ton of money that we don't work for. We're working for our money. We're just like you guys at home. Work hard, play hard. And we're working on this so we can play and set some records. All right, let's slap this guy on there. You take one side. I mean, I could probably set it on there by
I
myself.
feel like you could probably handle it.
But like, listen, it just, out of respect for the Trinity, it just looks more serious if we just do it like this.
You can't reach.
We got an issue here.
What?
It won't get past that. Go up on your
Because our
side.
head gaskets are.
They got 050 head gaskets on it. Oh, we're in there. We're in there.
Daddy's home.
Dude, that's a nice looking little unit. That's a nice looking unit. Thoughts?
Hey, remember that time we built the turbo kit and then we didn't have the.
Oh, hey, I
intake down?
think you put one set of runners on backwards.
What do you mean? You can't put them on backwards.
Is that shit lining up over there for you?
Yep.
Oh, it lines up for me. I take it back.
Listen, I don't think it's possible to put them on backwards.
What are our thoughts on this? I mean, that's pretty slick. I like the low pro look. I ran the carb style for a while.
I love the carb style.
I do too, but this is
This is
I feel-
up my alley right here.
you like this?
Low pro.
Yeah. We'll just get it powder coated with billet powder.
What?
And no one will even know the difference. Also, what's kind of cool, they offer this intake, different size rails. You just choose what rail kit you want, and they offer it with a burst panel or not. I opted no burst panel because we ain't blowing nothing out the top. If we blow something up, it's coming out the bottom. I can assure you that. So that just is what it is. Tyler, what are your thoughts on that fresh unit?
It's pretty good.
Pretty good.
You like how we put this brand new clean ass intake on these old dirty ass heads?
Yeah, you'll have that sometime. Here, where are the other two holes? Here, give me this.
Oh, you need help finding the hole?
I like it. You still got room underneath to,
Run your plumbing through.
yeah. What's your thoughts on trimming the motor plate down? Because it's pretty high right here.
I wouldn't worry about it.
Trim it down a little bit.
I think the more you have on there, the better. I wouldn't trim it none.
They say the motor plate just holds up the front of the motor.
I know what they say, but it makes me comfortable.
So I'm missing the piece that I need to bolt my flange up there
I actually disagree with
to the throttle
the
body.
chassis car on that. Because sometimes you get the motor plate in, it takes a ratchet strap across the strut towers.
Yes, yeah.
So you can't say it just holds the front of the motor
It
up.
might hold the car together.
It kind
as
of
well.
ties the chassis together.
It does. It does. But I mean, if you bolt it to the block, I mean, you got to think all the stuff in the 41X and Hemi, they're two-piece motor plates. So I don't have the other half of the Wiggins style clamp for the Wilson throttle body. I forgot to order it. That's on me. So as far as doing the fab on this today, it's looking unlikely. We're gonna have to do it next week. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna get everything set up and mocked up perfectly, other than the balancer and the oil pump. I'm gonna go ahead and order a balancer today for it. We got a billet front cover with the fuel pump drive off the cam, which we're gonna put that on. And we just wanna make sure that before we build the turbo kit, nothing's in the way. So we'll figure out later where we're gonna put our fuel filter and oil filter. Not too terribly worried about that.
I know you like putting them on the motor plate, but
There's so much room on this, we're probably gonna put it
I
elsewhere.
feel like up here would be better on this
Yeah,
side.
yeah.
Man, we have to weld more to the chassis. Though. Oh, we can clamp it.
Yeah, at all roll bar clamps, yes. The intake looks good on there, dude. And for anyone wondering, the hood comes up to here, so it does have a big size cowl.
Yeah,
I bet that if you ran the carb style, it'd be very close to hitting the cowl.
No, dude, the carb style would come up like here.
It's tall. CID is much taller than that. Thing's a skyscraper, bro.
One thing that I like, or don't like, about a car set up for a blower is it has that ugly ass
Yeah. The
pump
doghouse.
in the doghouse.
Does it look more race car now that we got intake manifold on, turbos there? Like we're making progress now. Like it's coming together.
Man, if we put a crankshaft and some rods in this thing, fire it up.
Yeah, looks good. Man, center of gravity on this is going to be back and low. This thing should ride. Should be pretty neat.
Just bouncing the front tires at 400 foot. What? How fast? What's the mile an hour rate?
I don't know what mile an hour. I don't know. I know to set the overall LS record, we need to go faster than like a 375. Hydraulic roller record, we need to go
396.
396 or faster. So, wouldn't it be crazy to do it both with the hydraulic?
Would be crazy.
That would be crazy.
Honestly, at that point, what difference does it make? You know?
Yeah.
You good?
Yeah. All right. Well, intake's on. Next, we'll get the front cover. We'll piece that together and get that on. And
So we just need a clamp. We can build the charge pipes and then headers and that's
exhaust. Yeah. And then it's plumbing. Really, I'm from now on. Whenever we buy a car, we need to buy one that was running with just the motor and transmission pulled out of it, because it's way easier than having to run brake lines and do all the other shit and get it painted and all of that nonsense. We got intake on there. Gonna mock up our front cover. This is the cam drive fuel pump kit from Alky Diggers. I think it's just a Joe Blow Speed Shop billet front cover. Kind of nice. I like it. One selling point is if you're on a double roller timing chain, it clears it right out the box, which is nice. Got these fuel pump extensions. A lot of people will buy this and not get the fuel pump extension. This is very important because whatever balancer you have, if you put a fuel pump there, it's going to hit it. So this gets it just outside of it. This is a 3-inch. They have them like up to 6-inch. But as you can see, you have to modify it. So this one's already modified off of one of my other motors, and you can see it doesn't really clear that. And then this right here is close to where like the balancer, or if you run a magnetic pickup, a wheel, it could hit there. So it clearance both of those. This is the one right out the box. First of all, drive shaft is too long, so you have to trim the drive shaft, which I guess it's better to have it too long than not long enough, but as you can see, that's not going to work. So we have it set up right now, got it marked to trim it. This is part of the reality when it comes to building a race car. You go, hey, I'm gonna throw this front cover on really quick. Spend an hour messing with it just to get everything to work on the front cover. So
We got a mill though.
I mean, still it's time. Like, that's what I'm saying. It just takes time. So I'm gonna get my manual CNC out, and I'm gonna chalk this up in the vise and go to town, make a clearance, make aluminum chips like crazy.
Clearance.
And then we'll bolt this up and we'll bolt it on. Fuel pump wise, I got a badass fuel pump. I just got to send it back to Waterman. I'm thinking something like this, maybe like an 18 to 22 gallons a minute on a fuel pump, I think will be.
Here's my question.
Yes.
How much fuel pump does it take to make 4,000 horsepower?
Yeah, no, I mean, I run a 32 gallon a minute on Slick Rick. Will this make as much power as Slick Rick?
Hell yeah.
Maybe one time. So maybe we need that much fuel pump. But I don't think it will. You can run into an issue. Obviously, not enough fuel pump, burn the motor up, have fuel pressure drop. Too much, you have issues just returning it. I run badass regulators. I got a Turbo Smart fuel pressure regulator, which is gangster for this. But yeah, we'll see. I just got to call. I'm not the fuel pump expert. I call the experts and ask them their input. So, all right, I'm gonna get to making aluminum chips. We should probably move this table. It is gonna make a mess. Are you gonna be my lube guy? Sorry, my WD-40 sprayer.
Yeah, I can do that.
All right, we just got this thing all done up, cut down both sides. You taking notes so you can do this on yours? Yeah. All right, you're just gonna bring it here and I'm gonna do it?
Why'd you cut both sides?
So this side is going to be where the balancer is, because your fuel pump's gonna go on here. So this side is facing down, so if you have a pickup wheel or anything, just a little bit added clearance. I think
clearance.
when you put it on there, it has just a little bit, but a little bit more is better. So we trimmed that down, trimmed this down, trimmed our drive shaft. I was able just to go and mimic this because we're running the same cam gear. If you run a single roller cam gear, you probably don't need to trim it, but double roller, we need to. So now we can get this sucker all bolted on up in there, and then your fuel pump goes right on the end. It's a very nice combo.
My bolt's not started. Not sure why.
I'm gonna go put my man, you put it into where the threads aren't. It's alright though. It's alright. Daddy's here to find the right hole.
Don't know what I'd do without you.
You know, you want to grab a 7/16 to tighten those up, and I'll return all this other shit so it doesn't go missing. This is the fuel pump drive spud, so this will go on the end of your cam gear, and essentially when you put your front cover on, this goes right in there.
Kind of a crowd dead. Knew what size. You knew what size that was.
Yeah, I just took it off the other motor, so I kind of cheated. But yeah, we're gonna get this bolted up, get it on the car, and then we're almost like fully mocked up. I gotta get a fuel pump, so we gotta do that. Kind of on hold until I get the rest of the materials in. So what I'm doing here is hooking up my boy Steve 379 all the way from South Canada, sorry. He sent me his injector harness because I had one with the correct connectors on it. Forgot I sold it. So I went and bought these after I bought the wrong style first. These are Denso connectors. And this is getting the old classic Hank treatment. This is exactly what I did to Hank, except I melted a couple connectors because instead of using the heat gun, I used the big diesel heater on the floor and melted them. People, you know, some stuff people just don't know, but that's what you do know. So we got a lot of stuff done on Beetlejuice. We're getting this stuff done and sending it back to Hank. And I want to give a shout out to Peterbilt Grace. She's an up and comer in the Peterbilt world, but you know, it's actually Steve's daughter. But you know, Peterbilt Steve, Peterbilt Grace kind of goes hand in hand. And this injector harness is going to peel the whole Steve Peterbilt family's muffin cap back blue. 100%. 100% going to peel them back blue. Don't you agree, Tyler? Yeah. That's the fastest yeah ever from him. Logan, what do you got to say? Give people a walkthrough on Beetlejuice and give me your opinion.
Like the turbo mounts. They look pretty good. John's actually going to start up John Dock Fabrication again and build chassis.
Is that what it's called? John Dock Fabrication?
Fabrications.
I thought it was Salsa John.
Back to the OG days. Fabrications. Knocks it out of the park with that. We got a BTR intake in here. Started working on some of the how we're going to plumb it, I would say. Got Tyler. He's back. Tyler, tell him about it. No longer 90-degree Tyler.
30 degrees.
He's got 30-degree Tyler now. Big come-ups.
This is honestly, I don't recommend doing this, but for Steve, listen. Steve's
your timeline.
Steve's unlike those greasy truckers out there. You know, I'd be ripping on those truckers with their blue parrots and their gray sweats. That's not Steve. Steve's like, he's like a cattle hauler who used to haul shit. Because he used to haul liquid manure, you know. But he's got a badass Peterbilt, if you couldn't tell by his name. And, you know, whenever I'm throwing...
He's got a working Pete.
Yeah, whenever I'm throwing shade out there to the truckers, first of all, it's a joke, so don't get too upset. And second of all, it's a joke. So just chill out. But yeah, we're going to get them right.
Show us how close you cut these things.
Dude, look at these. I don't want these connectors getting reused by anyone.
Wow. You know, I feel like this tool here, where'd you get that at?
Amazon.
Amazon.
Dude, my man Logan's big.
Want to see the
SP Tools version?
no, want to see the Mako version?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Identical color.
Yeah, literally, Mako sells the same thing for 10 times the price. I really should have just cut these all the same length before I got started. But yeah.
Are you building a custom harness for a customer? Is this
No,
current?
no.
Oh no.
I don't want Steve's money. I just want his friendship and his knowledge on Peterbilts.
Oh.
I'm low-key using Steve just to help me build my truck. No, I'd say we're friends. Now, he sent me meat for the holidays. Sounds kind of weird. Those
What kind of
Wisconsin
meat?
people sent meat and cheese. Like a massive box full of meat and cheese. So shout out to all those people. But
And you know we ship back?
I'm gonna put his TikTok. Everyone go follow his TikTok. I'm gonna put his TikTok on
the screen?
on the screen. And y'all just go follow him because he's cool.
You know what we did do for him?
What do we do for him?
Not ship his rims.
Not ship his rims back. Yeah, his rims were a close casualty
In the fire.
in the trailer fire, so the boxes are kind of messed up. So I'm waiting to get some new boxes and ship his wheels back. But
We're just gonna make him pick them up.
yeah, honestly,
Somebody get a load of that man coming down this way. Scott, what you doing?
Put tools back in the toolbox.
He's finding them, stealing them from whatever, making them work.
assembly
Well.
line shit right here. Look at this. My goal is to get through this whole harness without crimping them on, without forgetting to put the
Heat shrink.
heat shrink on. Dude, I still got a ton of stuff to do. We still got to pull the motor out of Hank.
Yeah, we got a busy day.
What time is it?
Oh, it's like 2 o'clock.
Is it 2?
Is it past 2? What time is it then?
I don't know.
I mean, you got 2 arms.
I gotta get my phone.
Oh my gosh, I got you, Tyler. Jesus. Oh wow, I didn't even collect.
All right, well, let's end this video so I can finish this. And then,
It's actually 3:30.
wow.
Yeah, we ain't
time,
got-
Time flies when you're having fun. Let's end this video so we can finish this. Don't forget, there's a sale on tissfab.com. Don't forget, we got the training day coming up on the 1st. Practice tree shootout on the 31st. And,
January 31st.
yeah, and subscribe to this channel. So,
Maybe some racing in the near future,
yeah,
testing something.
racing testing in the near future. I got to get the pro mod rolling here shortly. So I'm just sick and tired of hearing y'all whiny people. Oh, y'all don't even race. Yes, we race, but we also have work and priorities. So just suck it.
It's also rained all week in Bradenton.
Yeah. Everyone sat there for 4 days while we worked. And I was like, everyone went down there and made no money and sat around. And we made some money and got some stuff done. So there's that. All right, give that SD card to Ruel, and we're gonna get fired up on another video here for y'all.